let's go back to Winneba because my colleague Roland Walker is standing by to speak to some students who are stranded following the recent directive and counter-directives and mayhem on campus.
Well, thank you, Kojo. I also heard that you were speaking to, well, all students of your school. You seem to be very happy. And we have some difficulties already here on the campus of the University of Education, Winneba. But we know that it's also because the chairman of the Regional Security Council, who is also the regional minister, had given the directive for the university to be closed down. And as at 6 p.m. yesterday evening, the students were given the directive that they needed to leave campus, vacate their on-campus hostels as it is, because we know per what the statistics, we just have about 10% of the university students who stay on campus, and it would also mean that, well, the student would have to find means by which they could transport themselves to destinations they will find themselves, because they really don't know when the student activity per the academic learning schedules will be reopened or be resumed. Now, the students have had some great difficulties. Many of them had tried as much as possible to get their facilities. They needed to pack bag and baggage and leave campus, and as a result of that, they've tried to find some means by which either they could patch with people or leave some other belongings behind, and then they could find some place of abode and lodge for a day or two, and hoping that they could find some means by which they could live. The confusion has been the Member of Parliament for the area, Alex Apenyo-Makin, had given a counter directive on his Facebook page. It seemed to have made many of the students a bit indecisive about whether they needed to go or stay. And so many of them have had to stay around. And that has created a bit of a difficulty for the security that have been mastered by the Ghana Police Service as well as the internal security. Let me speak to somebody who is a public opinion person in the area, also the president and executive director for Challenging Heights International, a child-based NGO. And he has been working in the Winneba area because he lives here, he's a native, he's also an alumni of the university, has great interest in it. And James, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And how have you been able to intervene looking at the stranded nature of the students, especially this morning, if you look at the way they've tried as much as possible to get some means and then find some way they could transport themselves to their destinations?
Well, I don't want to intervene because I'm not part of the university system. I want the university to use its own structures to resolve its problem. I mean, it's sad that we have these students stranded. Apart from them being stranded, you see that the economy of the Winneba is actually dictated or dependent on the existence of the university. Today that the students are going, it's affecting everyone. I mean, those who plan their wares, they are not going to have sales. They are going to lose a lot of money. And that saddens my heart. I believe that this university has its own statute, and that the university needs to be allowed to apply its own statute. If there's any problem, if there's any controversy, there is enough structures, there are enough structures within the university system to resolve it. So, for instance, some lecturers have been dismissed. The lecturers have a way of appealing to be reinstated if they have to be reinstated. So I don't want to stoke myself into the controversy. I want to see the university system applying its own laws to resolve the problem. Because as you can attest to, it is the external influence that is creating the chaos. If that not being the external influence, the chaos would not have started in 2017. And if it had not been the external influence, the problem would not have arisen this year. So you can see that there's some consistency in the chaos. I want to appeal to Professor Afuboni. I want to appeal to Professor Avoke. Both of them, respectful, learned, astute members of the community, to sit down and have this problem resolved so that all of us will have peace. Because we are talking about thousands and thousands of students who have just been asked to leave and go home. how many of them can even have the money to go back home? Some are coming from Tamale, others are coming from Wa. How did they get home? You know the economy in our country. Somebody comes to school with his lorry fare, only the lorry fare. Now he comes here and you say you should go back home. How does he get money to go back home?
Well, thank you, James. You just wait around. Let me just interact with some of the students, because many of them have packed their items. They want to go home. But more importantly, where they have to go is also a concern for many of them. I just want to speak to. Can I speak to you? What's your name? You did what?
I lost my voice.
Don't worry. I think that the mic will pick you up. No, don't worry. I'll get back to him. But shortly, how have you been frustrated with the UNPAS so far, especially over the last 24 hours, as the directive also came through?
I lost my voice.
All right. Okay. How have you been frustrated with the process so far?
Very bad, very pathetic and uncalled for. You see, yesterday we heard the information through social media, not the school's website. It was around 3 o'clock p.m. that we heard the information. So, and we students, we read from the school's website and not social media. And you waited till 6 o'clock. It was around 5:30 that we heard a news from Star FM or one of the radio stations. And we heard Kwame Duncan, the regional minister who is in charge of the Regional Security Council. He was speaking that the police should allow us, for the sake of the blind and the disabled, they should allow us to leave this morning 6:45. And the police came, they started throwing our things out, they started throwing tear gas, they started brutalizing us, and I think they were unprofessional, even double of national security operatives who had training for 3 weeks. Crowd control and this was far better than the police that came yesterday. And as of now, this morning, they are not allowing us to go inside for our things. And students are stranded. We are here. They want to come. This place is a bus stop. Those who have packed already are trying to go, and the police too are asking us to leave the bus stop. You see, are you trying to intimidate us? Are you trying to bully us? We have our rights per the constitution of the country. In as much as we are students, it doesn't permit that we can do anything. We respect the police.
Are you on campus?
Yes, please.
You are on campus?
Yes, please.
And so how have you managed then? Since yesterday evening, some of you had to remain, and subsequently the police would have to come and eject you. Is it because you were occupying a campus facility or a school's facility?
Yeah, we have Simple Hall and Uni to be the affiliated halls of the school. And we have people at Snakes, people at Sport College. These are private hostels. It's not for the school.
On campus?
Yes, but it is on campus. So
the police didn't know that?
Then, I don't know. And when they confronted us yesterday, we told them that these are private hostels, and they've asked us to leave all school halls and not private hostels on campus, but all school halls, which is Simpa, Agre, Gate, and Uni Hall. So if the police come, we explain issues to them that allow the disabled and the blind to go and lodge at Sport College and SNAIT, so that in the morning 6:45 a.m. as instructed by the Security Council, they leave this morning. The police said no. We are not human. As if we have no rights as citizens. So please, we are calling the IGP to come in. Yesterday, in a lecture hall, a circumference of very, very small lecture hall, a policeman threw tear gas. And as a result of that, I don't know, it has been alleged that we've lost one of our female students.
It's not true. Nobody has lost their life so far. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Alleged. So if it's yes, and you can see rubber bullets. I can't confirm whether there was live bullets, but a tear gas and rubber bullet they threw at us. You see, and you were harmless and armless students just singing and chanting. Why should is that to control crowd? To throw tear gas? Is that to control crowd?
You've made your point.
Thank you very much.
And what's your name?
I'm Justice.
I see that you've packed bag and baggage already. Where are you going originally? If the directive is as a student you have to leave campus, where would you have gone, or where will you be going?
I'm going to Kumasi, and they, as a matter of fact,
going to Kezai.
Yeah, they are saying we should go. We just moved out this morning, so I don't know why they are saying we are supposed to come back. It is never true. We are just inside there, and they came to us yesterday night. Even our hostel is a private hostel, just that it is situated inside. But they came there yesterday night and told us we should leave. And our leaders came and pleaded with them, and they gave us up to 6 a.m. this morning. And so we have been all chased out. So it's never true that they are saying we should come back. That is just a fallacy or someone's mind. Yeah.
Since Monday, it looks like the University of Education Winneba has been in the news for the some of the most infamous reasons.
Sure.
But the thing is, you students seem to have taken a certain hard stance, if not a position.
Sure.
Can you reiterate some of the concerns you have as student body?
Yeah, well, our concerns are so simple. Quite some few days and months, we just had a new VC. Whatever pushed our old VC out, it has been so many rumors. But ever since he came, it's like the wishes of the students and some lecturers have not been met. Arbitrary dismissal of lecturers, students, some are even fearing to, voice out, screenshots. Even if you are chatting in a group, you are afraid because you might be screenshot to authorities and you'll be, dismissed or sacked. So the plea of the student is that some lecturers have been dismissed and they need them back. Moreover, because of the continuous chaos, they need the VC to exit his office. And that's the plea of the students. And we've been demonstrating from Monday peacefully without any student holding a pin. From Monday to Thursday, nothing was destroyed. Even the police came to supervise us. They were even joining with us, dancing and singing with us. Until yesterday, when different forces joined and started tearing gas on us and then firing guns. And I live myself, I was there when a guy was shot with a rubber bullet flat down, live and colored. It wasn't like I was just somewhere, just on my face. He was shot. And the guy was just down. He was just carried on a motorbike to the hospital. I don't know how far. They are saying nobody died though, but I don't know how as to the guy. So, that was when it turned to violence. That was when the whole thing turned into violence. So, that's our plea. And if you are telling us to go, have our pleas been met? If it hasn't been met yet, then you are telling us to come back. It means you are still bringing the thing back.
But I want to understand, as students, why would you want the Vice Chancellor appointed through a certain authority and structure to resign?
Okay, I believe the Vice Chancellor, so he's there because of us. It is because of us that he was appointed to become Vice Chancellor. And if he's not meeting our, requirements and plea, then what is the essence of it? He's there because of us. If we go, he's no more the Vice Chancellor. If Uniba goes down totally, it means he's no longer a Vice Chancellor. He might find himself doing other thing. So yeah, our plea of him being still in state. You got my point? Yes, that's why.
But I'll put more of the students, and we have a couple of them, and we're told many of them stay in town. About 90%. They stay in other hostels and other forms of accommodation that are just dotted around the campus, or maybe just several meters, if not kilometers away. And they've now have to pack. Many of them have packed their bags. They've taken their belongings. They are going to their temporary abode or their permanent places where they came from. But what would be the one difficulty that for you personally, you say this has brought on you? All these umpires or the difficulties that we've witnessed the last 3 days?
Okay, I am not a final year student, and my brothers are. So I don't know how they are going to manage to graduate.
Why do you say that? If you're a final year student, how peculiar is it?
Their project, they are cancelled. I don't know if they are cancelled, or I don't know how they are going to finish their project and graduate. If I'm not a final year student and I'm not thinking about my brothers, when I'm a final year student, what am I going to do? That's the question, and that's the greatest problem I'm facing now. Yeah.
Now, the students need to have a certain mouthpiece. You have an SRC, and if Do you have an SRC?
No, we don't have SRC.
No. Let me get this straight. Do you have an SRC?
No, we don't have SRC.
No, we have an SRC. They were appointed.
We have, let's say, a skeleton SRC. So we don't have.
No, you mean you have an SRC, but you, the student body, you don't recognize the SRC.
Okay, we have an appointed SRC who
What do you mean by appointed SRC?
we never vote for them.
It was not put to a vote. It was not democratic.
So
What happened? How were they put together and into office? Do you remember?
let the brother answer.
You know, we were supposed to have an elections. People contested for the SRC portfolios, various portfolios, but the issue was sent to court by one candidate, one of the SRC candidates. He was disqualified, and he wasn't fair with the disqualification, and so he sent the issue to court, and the issue has been in court till date. Because of that, we were not having SRC officially. So the management thought it wise to just appoint some people to act on our behalf. So some few people were chosen and appointed. And they were appointed from those people who actually contested. Those they saw to be able. Yeah, they were the people they actually. But it seems from what the people are saying, you can imagine, we don't see anything.
You are a student of the University of Education, Winneba. What's your own position on a status of the SRC?
You know, my position is the SRC is supposed to be the students' representation. I think now they are the management representation instead of the students.
They don't represent you?
No, not at all. Because you've been reporting. Have you seen the number of students who are demonstrating? And the SRC is still saying that it is just a number of 10 people demonstrating.
We are illiterate.
And the rest are illiterate. But you came here, you saw how many students who were in this chaos.
Who is in final year here? You are in final year. You are in final year. Okay, just come forward for me. So you are in final year. Oh, what's in your bag?
This is my laptop.
Your laptop.
Yeah.
And just take me through the drudgeries of being a final year student and now having this hurdle, because there's a cut in academic work, and how that is going to affect you.
You know, like you said, it's going to affect us greatly, in the sense that under normal circumstance we have to graduate just July, and it's a new policy that they've brought. We are the first people to graduate in this July, and this is the situation. This demonstration or the closing down of the school has been, should I say, a problem on us. Why? Because as it stands now, I have my laptop with me every day. Why? Because I'm doing my project work. So wherever I go, I have to, and we have, let's say 3 weeks, 27 days to submit our project. So in fact, it will affect us in so many ways. Yeah, it will affect us in so many ways. And as you see me, I'm going home just like that. Yesterday night, we were sacked from our hostels, and this is what I could pick, because I went to a friend to help him solve his assignments, and when I came, I met the police sacking us from there. So this only thing, as you see me, I'm going home with this, with small bread I have and this thing, and I as a stand, I don't even have money, a kobo to carry myself from here to Achiase Barras. I don't have money to go to Oda right now. I don't have money, all because all my staffs are in there. My money is there. I don't have money with me now, so I don't know how to get to the house. Yesterday, if I should show you where I slept,
Where did you sleep?
they have a village.
Mosquito didn't chew.
Oh, we have reptiles. There it is full of reptiles.
Okay.
Reptiles.
We wish you all the best.
Thank
But we'll keep interacting with you. But in the meantime, we still see many of the students leaving. They're packing their bags, everything they have to leave. And that's the directive from the school's administration. And we know that the chairman of the Regional Security Council had to take that decision, who is also the regional minister, because that's what the constitution provides, that we have that structure. And as a result of that, they needed to leave campus by 6 p.m. There were some contrary directives that were given, and apparently it was because the member of parliament for the area had given that directive, or had given a post. On his Facebook page, and as a result of that, we've had the students a bit indecisive as to whether they should have left, but now it's clear that they all have to leave. But let me just wrap up the discussions with James Kofi Annan. But where are we heading from here?
Yeah, I think that it is time for the regional minister to come out again to reaffirm his directive. If he still stands by the directive that the students would have to go home, so that it brings a certainty in the minds of the students. Then I also think that the school administration should, as a matter of urgency, come out, because there are a lot of lingering, as I came here and I was interacting with students, I realized that the students don't understand anything that is happening. So I think that the university would also have to come out to let us know what is really the situation on the ground. I also believe that maybe the government should provide a bus, buses for students, maybe buses to Accra, buses to Cape Coast, buses to Kumasi, so that the students will have a certain relief. Because at the moment, there are no cars. There are no cars that are coming. At the moment, there are no cars that are conveying the students to their destinations. And so I believe that the government must provide certain support for the students.
Well, thank you very much. We've had the President, Executive Director of Challenging Heights International Child NGO. They've been doing some great work, especially in the community. James Kofi Annan is somebody also who is interested in the politics of the area. But the students still keep trooping out, because you can see another just holding the polythene, and it also means that they have to go. We'll speak to some others also who also are leaving campus, and then we'll try and have some interaction with them as well. So, look, it looks like life at Winneba or in Winneba depends on the university greatly. I think it's because of the numbers. And good morning to you, and thank you for interacting with me. I see you're holding your bag. Where are you going?
I'm going home.
To where?
Accra.
Okay, but it's a frustrating period for all of you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Really, it was a shock to us yesterday of when the regional minister, made a declaration that we should go to our homes, various homes that we come from. Nobody expected. Many of us weren't having money at our disposal. So people, some of them, they have not gone home as I'm speaking now. Right now, they are lodging at their friends' hostel outside the campus. And these people, what should they do? This thing, it has bring a lot of problems to us. As we are going home, the money that we got, we will bring it back to use it as well, transport and feeding fee too. It's a problem. Some of us, we are catering for ourselves. Some too, their parents, they have only single parents. It's a hectic place.
Okay, so you're going, which part of Accra? Accra is just here, at least you don't have any difference.
Yeah, I'm going to Tema.
Okay, Tema. So I think that Tengana should take you.
Yeah, yes.
Tengana should take you. Yeah. But it would also mean that you saw the police activity yesterday evening, and this morning we've seen them mass up a lot. Did it put any fear and trepidation in you as students?
Yes, we went a lot of fears. It wasn't easy the hour of yesterday. The police came to various halls and came and sacked us. So all of us, we are in haste to go out. We don't want anything to happen.
And I'm told that many of the halls you're in, they are private hostels of a sort, or they belong to other trustees.
Halls in the school premises. We have the SNIT and the Goose Hostel. They are private hostel. Yeah.
But how is this going to become a worry for you and your friends, especially, since you have to leave campus and then stay around or go home and then come back as school resumes?
Oh yes, it's going to affect our academics. There are no two ways about that. We are preparing to write our quiz next week. But looking at things, it's not going to happen. Looking at the situation on ground right now. All right.
Okay, but we wish you all the best.
All right, thank you.
Right. You wanted to say something?
Please, we want the various authorities of the school and the whole nation to address this situation as quick as possible so that we can continue our academic work. Thank you.
Well, he seems to have wrapped up quite well. He says, thank you. But look, that's the current situation we have. And my colleague, Richard Kojo-Nyakun, will help us have some wrap-up of all activities from here. But Richard, it's going to be a tiring day for you.
Yes, certainly it is. The registrar has just issued a release that the closure of the university is still in force, and so students should disregard any counter directive from anybody. Yesterday, what happened made some of the students that had gone home come back because of the directive that they had. So we are waiting for whatever will happen, because you know that the numbers of the police are quadrupling by the minute, because they want to ensure that there is peace and orderliness on campus.
Well, so that'll be it for now. You can see that the university, the frontage, as peaceful as it is, but the students keep massing up. They need to find ways by which they can get to their various destinations. The directive is, as of 6 p.m. yesterday, they should have left campus. Some of them, well, slept over. Now they all have to leave, unless anything changes from the Regional Security Council.
And that's how it's all going down on Winneba campus. We'll be bringing you continued updates as the drama unfolds there. Coming up next is Showbiz. Becky will be right here.